I always say the best thing you can do for yourself as a woman is to prepare before you have a child. A lot of my content, I'm always telling people, listen now. Some people say I cannot relate. I'm not yet a mom. That is why you should even listen now. So that when you get there, it will be easier. And God has done it for me. I have a living proof, a living testimony of how listening and preparing will help you. My dear friend is here. She's a fresh one. I think maybe just like a month old or
No,
something, right?
2 months.
Can you see? So it's very fresh. She can still give us the gist. She has not forgotten. She has not easy to breastfeed finish.
Yeah.
She can still give us the gist. All right, all right. So Timmy, please introduce yourself.
My name is Oluwaseun Usidamen. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Hi everyone, my name is
Hi.
Timi Oladende. What am I? God I beg. Okay, I'm a content creator, an entrepreneur, I'm a healthcare assistant, I'm a wife, and very recently, a mom to the most beautiful baby boy ever.
That was beautiful. I agree. If you say a baby, that boy. So I just stare at the boy for fun. I just look at him just for my own pleasure. So she's not lying with that, right? And I'll put her Instagram hand. You guys need to follow her on Instagram. She does a lot of cooking videos. Now she's a mom, so she has joined the motherhood gang.
Yeah.
Even her YouTube channel, right? You guys should check it out. She'll be taking us through, her pregnancy journey and all of that. It's been really amazing. Okay, so Timmy, I want you to just first of all I'll start with my channel because this the inspiration of this video came when posted on your story about how you were able to prepare yourself for motherhood and how this channel even helped you. So how have me, before going to other things, been able to help you in preparing for motherhood? What are the knowledge or things that stood out with you the most that you were like, okay, this one really helped? Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, Sean has always been someone to dish out knowledge right from the start. Like, so I think it all started from when you gave birth, and I was always when I mean, you were talking about your journey and all of that, and then I was always just very scared about, oh my God.
Mm,
I mean, I think I recently just got married at the time, and I was
yeah.
just like, hey God, hey God, is this what I'm going to go through? And then I remember talking to you, and you were like it's hard, but it's not something you can't do. Like you always say, God hasn't given us more than we can handle. God doesn't give
Yeah.
us more than we can handle. So I remember you talking to me and putting me through taking me through the fact that, I mean, it can be hard, but
Yeah.
it's doable. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember you always talking about how the entire process of starting from the pregnancy process, the entire pregnancy journey of how difficult it can be, and why you need a supportive partner, and why you need to pray, and why you need to just watch or see things that will help you in that
Mm-hmm.
process. So yeah, and then I also remember watching, obviously after you gave birth and all of that, I remember you now putting up content about, inviting people about motherhood, how the journey is. And coincidentally, it was also now the time that I was now, trying to get pregnant. And
Yeah.
I just took that as an opportunity to equip myself with knowledge. And then any question I have, I always run to Sean to ask that, Sean, I beg you, this is what is going on and all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that your channel really helped. Some of the videos I think at the top of my head that I watched was the one of Before You Say I Do. That was, I think, I was about having my baby when you released that video. Before You Say I Do, and then the video more like entails how the reason why you need to use your head when you want to select a partner, because that same person is going to be with you through the
Yeah.
pregnancy process, through
Mm-hmm.
childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
Childbirth alone self is even like small child's play when it comes to postpartum and all of that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think another video I remember watching. How do I remember now? But like, you have a lot of resources, a lot of videos
Videos.
on your channel, yes, about motherhood. So I don't even think I finished everything, but when I see a caption that I think I want to know more about this, I just go ahead to click, and
Watch it.
it always helps me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. So okay, I'm sure aside from my channel, or maybe other things that you did to prepare your mind. Because I like how you talked about fear. The truth is,
Mm.
everybody probably has their fear. So
Yeah.
what was it? What mentality did you have to say, whoa, I beg, I'm going to go into this? And even, from trying to pregnancy, what are the things that maybe you were doing that was helping you have that confidence? Because I know that your pregnancy journey, you really, even your motherhood journey, you are glowing and you are joyful in the midst of everything. So
Yes.
what has helped you even up to this point? What are the things you were doing? Yeah.
Okay, so I think from the beginning, I prepared my mind, like from watching Sean's videos and from talking to her and her telling me, guy, it's not easy. So instead of having the feeling of oh, I'm going to have a baby, it's going to be cute. I mean, all those things are nice to think about.
Yeah.
That it's cute to have a baby. I'm going to swim
Mm-hmm.
with my baby. I'm going to dress my baby up. I'm going to all those things. I also prepared my mind for, I think I would say, postpartum. I
Mm.
remember watching one of your videos about, I think, postpartum depression, and then to an extent, I knew what to watch out for. I knew
Mm.
that, okay, the way I'm feeling, I don't think I'm good. You get, and
Yeah.
even with all my preparation, to be honest, it still hits me. It still hits
Mm-hmm.
me, but now
Yep.
imagine not preparing at
If
all. If I didn't
yeah.
prepare, yeah, not preparing at all. So yeah, I mean, what some of the things I did, like you asked, is watching your videos, talking to people. I remember if I see anybody that is maybe pregnant or like has children, I never miss out on the opportunity to ask them, please, how are you doing it? What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, also, like you said, always ask for help. I think if anything, Sean always hammers is like, don't hesitate to ask for help. Like always, people won't know what you're going through if you don't actually tell them. So I think that was also one thing I took from watching your videos. Always ask for help. Another thing I did was, so somehow I don't even know. I want to believe that this was just God, because
Hmm.
somehow my Instagram algorithm, my social media algorithm just kind of changed to motherhood, like everything centered around pregnancy and motherhood. And then funny how I didn't have anything that would scare me. I feel like most of the things
Thank
I got on
God.
my algorithm
Hmm.
was basically positive things, and then it just
Hmm.
really helped me through it. And then I also wanted to point out that when women say, oh, childbirth and all of that, how they are scared and how they are,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any of that. And I want to believe that
Wow.
maybe because of the way I already conditioned my mind that, oh,
Fine.
I'm not going to have a stressful pregnancy. I'm not going to have a stressful childbirth. My postpartum is not going to be difficult for me. So
Hmm.
I would say that push yourself in the position where the things you see are positive. The fact
Hmm.
that they are positive doesn't now mean you will now ignore all the things that could happen. No, that's not
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'll say prepare your mind and also be positive about the entire journey. And I want to believe that God will help you. So yeah.
Wow. Wow, I think what you just said now is so profound. Like how your state of mind, because I always tell people I live by two mantras. If you want to have a beautiful motherhood journey, your mindset and your support system are two non-negotiables. And I
Yeah.
think you got that really right. And I love how you talked about what you surrounded yourself with. Because even sometimes as a mother, I have to watch the content I consume
Mhm.
because you don't know. If I know that this content is already moving me in the
Too
wrong direction,
toxic.
do you
Yes.
understand? I avoid it because right now in social media age, anybody can see anything, and people mean well. Sometimes it could just be a trigger. The person may not be trying to scare you, but
Mhm.
that content just bothers you. And like how you were positive, yes, everybody's having one thing or the other, but you chose to have the right mindset in the midst of it all. And I really think you're doing a fantastic job because I even want to talk about pregnancy.
Mhm.
I've been watching a bit of your stories at different times. Of course, when it took you a while, you were waiting, and then you finally conceived. I know even delivery. Hey, say this baby refused to come, but in the midst of it all, you were still having a sane mind. Yes, we agree that God. So the first factor on this channel,
Yes.
they use God
Yes.
play,
Yes.
right? We agree that there's the God factor. We agree that
Mhm.
there's the right mindset. But I mean, beyond some of the, because I don't want us to keep repeating, the same things, the
Yes.
videos, the right mindset. Do you think top of your head? Because how are you able to navigate pregnancy? Because there's hormones. Do you think it's really just God, or maybe there was still one or two things that really just helped you keep it all together? Were there times where you would take a pause and be like, you know what, I cannot keep myself this and this. I'm not doing it right now, so that I can be the best version of myself in this season. Just
Pregnancy.
any other tip that helped you in pregnancy?
Any other tip that helped me in pregnancy, I would say, to be honest, I'll say my husband.
Oh.
My husband, like, I was telling him which day that I could be getting pregnant every year. If no, forget the. I'm telling you, that was how much I enjoyed my pregnancy. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. So maybe I would say like be sure of the person you want to marry. Like, except you don't want to have children. Like you just
Mm.
want to be honest, because like that process alone is a lot to think about. And I want to be
Yeah.
like, I just want to say that maybe I don't know, but I'm just sure. I feel like if there was anything that got me through in the entire pregnancy journey, it was the fact that it was always there, right? It was. It didn't. My hormones. My sometimes. Sometimes I'm angry. Sometimes I'm having mood swings. But it wasn't a lot. But can imagine if it was somebody that was not patient with me, it would have also
Yeah.
now been angry, and then everything would just scatter. We just scatter
Kata.
from there. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say him. What else did I do? I can't really say I did anything. I would say it's just good. I can't even
It's
say I
just
can't lie to
God.
you. I can't lie to you. I
It's
can't say I
just
did
God.
anything in particular, especially in pregnancy. Most of the things I did was majorly for, preparing my mind for childbirth, and then knowing
Yeah.
that also I planned that, my mom was going to come, of which to help me, of which she didn't end up showing up because
Hi.
obviously visa issues. And then at that point, I was, I think I even cried that, hey God, how will I do it? How will I sort myself out? I don't even know what to do. I don't even know how to bathe a baby. But like, that was at that point, that was the time that I felt, oh my God, how will I go about it? But then, like a couple of hours later, I spoke to my husband. I was like, don't worry, we'll be fine. And
No.
that was it. And then genuinely we have been fine. I can't even, we've been fine. I mean, the first couple of weeks was very rough, but we found our way through it, and we found our own rhythm, and we're doing really good.
Wow, wow. I love this so much because there needs to be a lot more positivity there. Like we're not denying the sleepless nights. We're
Mm,
not denying pregnancy can be a lot. But I still believe that it is very possible to have a beautiful motherhood journey. And some people think that the truth is life is not devoid of chaos. You
mm,
may have a fantastic job, but there are days where you're like, oh more what is going on with this job? It doesn't take away the beauty of maybe that job that you currently have. And yes, I
yeah.
was going to speak next on what motherhood now is like for you because you are still, glowing through all of it. Like, especially because, like, you talked about your mom, okay, guess maybe I don't know if Timmy mentioned, Timmy is currently in the UK, right? So, if first of all, we all understand the UK limitation when it comes to support, right? And now imagine her mom not even being around and it's just her and her husband, fresh child. Ah, how have you? Okay, you say your husband has been doing it. God has been helping you, but tell us what motherhood has been like you. Apart from yes, God is helping you. Let us know how maybe it has been hard and how you were able to manage those hard moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause sorry, I'm not telling you because the truth is you read, you prepared your mind, but experience is not different from whatever you read in textbook. So what maybe
Mm-hmm.
shocked you? What shocked you, and how are you be able to navigate the shock?
Okay, so before we continue, I remembered something that maybe I did in pregnancy that probably helped.
Okay,
I would
please.
say like I took a lot of rest. Like I
Mm.
rested a lot. I can't even like no, you cannot stress me with anything. You cannot stress me with anything. Ah no, you can't stress
Mm.
me. And then I feel like I prioritize rest so much that when people say in this part of the world and maybe in Nigeria, a lot of people wait till the end of their pregnancy. Maybe like they take their maternity leave at like 37 weeks, 38 weeks.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. I took my pregnancy. I took my maternity leave at like 32 weeks because I was
Wow.
just done. I was tired.
Yeah.
And then the job I was doing, like, involves like, moving and handling. It was like quite rigorous to an extent, even though there was like how will I say, it's like a policy in place for me because I was pregnant to
Pregnant.
reduce the
Yeah.
amount of work that
Wow.
I'll do and all of that. But even at that, it was
It
still
was
a
still a
lot,
lot.
and
Wow.
I just couldn't deal. And then, to be honest, if you know anybody working in healthcare, is apart from the what's it called, that you have
Stress.
to do, physical stress, it also has to do with your emotions. You also be at work, and because obviously you are working with elderly people, two people can just die. Somebody's just like, so you also, yeah, because they are old. Yes. They are
I didn't know that.
literally, yes, they are old. So there's also that you have to see, and then you can't control it. Like at the end of the day, they are old. Some of them have like, terminal illnesses and all of that. So yeah, to an extent, you see all of that. So I just couldn't deal anymore. And I'm just like, well, you know what, I'm done. Like, even though I'll also like say that God really helped me, because somehow I think I even told my husband, I think I noticed that to an extent, whenever I'm at work, nobody dies. But I'll just come back and they tell me, oh, this
Hmm.
person has passed. This person has passed.
Wow.
Do you get? So I think I
Wow.
also noticed that. And I feel like it also takes sensitivity, because I would have just attributed it to, oh, just coincidence. But it happened
Yeah.
not twice or three times.
Wow.
So, and I'm just like, I feel like God was just trying to save me and my
You.
mental health, like just preserve all
Yeah.
of us from not, going down
True
there.
that.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
think that was one thing. So from 32 weeks, I took my rest, and I was just, and I would say that me, I enjoy my own company. So there was nothing like, oh, I'm bored at home or something. I really enjoy staying at home. So yeah, that was some of the things I did in pregnancy.
Wow,
So
thank you for that. Thank you.
yeah,
Rest. So sorry. So before you go back to that question,
good question.
Mama, you are not superwoman.
Yeah.
You know what thing I told myself? I told myself my second pregnancy. Leave that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that one. If I'm tired, I'm tired. I'll go and sleep.
Yes.
I am not going to stress my because
Yes.
that 9 months is also very short. Sometimes we're like, I can't wait to carry the baby. I can't wait. I know the work that is waiting for me, so I'm going to enjoy
Mhm.
that 9 months and not
Yeah.
stress myself. But yes, please, over to you. Please go ahead.
Okay, so please remind me the next question. I forgot it.
Yeah. Okay, so I was talking about how you've been able to navigate motherhood now. Like, yes, we know you prepare
Okay,
yourself, you read a lot, but experience can still
it's
be different.
different.
Considering the fact that even
Yes.
the help that you planned for your mom, having your mom being there for you didn't, go as planned. Have you been able to navigate it all and still maintain yourself and not, completely lose yourself in all of it? Yeah.
Okay. So I think one of the things I did, like I said, is talking to people.
Mm.
Because, and then always asking, I never fail to ask for help. And like God really blessed me with people here. I think I mentioned it once on my Insta story that I remember one of my friends came all the way from London to
Wow.
help me. She stayed for like almost a week to help me with, my, what's it called, my newborn, even
Pregnant.
if it's
And
just to
for
carry the baby
context, you
for
are
me
in
to see.
Newcastle. So,
Yes,
so,
in
so some
Newcastle.
people may not know. So from London to
Oh, right.
Newcastle is like 7-9
Yeah,
hours
she
or
took a
something.
bus and it was about 7 hours. It was a 7 hours journey just coming here from London. So you can imagine, like, I feel like having people around really helped. So I
Yeah,
would say don't like if you want to go into this journey, don't say you want to be alone. In fact,
yeah,
life alone in this UK in general, you need people. Like forget motherhood and all of that. You actually need people, because
yeah,
sometimes you cannot even know, you can't know everything, you can't know it
yeah,
all, yeah, in a place
yeah.
like this. So yeah, I would say that a lot of people came. My husband's auntie also came from London as well. So, and I'm just like, see, is that how much you people love us? Because people are just traveling down. There was, because one of my fears was, bathing my baby at first, and then I remember my mom contacting one of our colleagues at in our school. Our colleague has a elder sister. Has an elder sister in
Wow,
Newcastle, and then she told the elder
wow,
sister, she's like literally our mommy. So whenever we have any issue, we just call her. She came for more than a week to bathe my baby. She taught us how to
wow,
bathe baby. So I'll just say
wow.
that God just blessed us with the gift of people, with the gift of man. God really blessed us with that. So I think that really helped. Another thing is that, again, my husband really helped. Like, my husband is also quite hands-on with my son. He helps with bathing, he helps with, like at the end of the day, it's not like he's helping, but I mean, he also has to
God.
go to work. So
Yeah,
imagine combining all of that with, also
yeah.
taking care of baby and all of that. Yeah. So that's another thing I feel like has helped me in the motherhood journey.
Motherhood.
What else? Um, hmm. Not,
What
I
has
don't think
maybe
I can remember
shocked you?
anything. Oh, what
What
has
has
shocked
shocked
me?
you?
Yes. What has shocked me is, I would say, this same postpartum depression. Because
Hmm.
I would say by the grace of God, I didn't totally slip into it. And then I think
Yeah.
that, like, I mean, that took the grace of God and people around me, my husband
Hmm.
in particular, because I feel like he caught it on time, and then he was just
Mm.
saying, "Oh, are you okay, babe? Are you fine?" I remember him even calling my sister to say, "Please, oh, babe, I don't think this girl is okay. Can you actually talk to her?" Because my sister is a nurse; she's studying nursing in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So, to an extent, she also understands. I think I'll even say I've spoken to my sister more than I've spoken to my mom in this entire journey because
That's your therapist.
yes, genuinely, I actually feel like she's my therapist. So yeah, also open your mouth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. I open my mouth to tell
Yeah.
people this is how I'm feeling, except that it was now God, the devil is a liar, because it was now
Yeah.
when I was now feeling like sad, feeling
Mm.
what's it called, that's when because me, I normally I open my mouth to tell people this is how I'm feeling, this is
What's
what is
going
going on.
on?
But in that moment I could not now explain how I was feeling to people, but deep down
Wow.
I know I wasn't fine, and those that could see me knew that I wasn't fine.
Hi.
You get? So, and I think it all started with the fact that when I gave birth I couldn't latch on my baby, so I couldn't
Oh.
breastfeed. And then you're not like, ah, which
Okay.
kind of mother are you that you will not be able to breastfeed your
Mm.
baby? So like it was just a
Mm.
like thoughts upon thoughts upon thoughts upon thoughts, and then it just blew off. And then I was just
Hi.
sometimes I would just start crying, and I'll be wondering.
Wow.
It's not that I'm wondering why I was crying at the time, but at the time I just knew that I was just tired and exhausted, and I was just always
Hi.
crying. But like with the grace of God and talking
People
to
around you.
people, yeah, it helped me. I knew that it was just a phase. And then also I remember also telling our health visitors, because here we have health visitors. So I remember
Okay.
telling my health visitor that, oh, this is the problem I have with getting my baby to breastfeed. And then she called another specialist to come. So basically just open your mouth and talk. Like
And
if you don't
talk.
tell people that this is what you are going through, nobody
Mm.
will know, and you won't get the help that
Mm.
you need, and it's just going to pile up until you can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's even so profound. I believe that what you just shared is even beyond motherhood, because generally in life, what some people always feel like is, let me not talk. I don't want to burden people. People
Mhm.
have a lot that's also going on. But understand that unless the people you are reaching out to don't care for you, because I don't think, if I don't care whatever it is I'm going through, if Tibi
Mhm.
had called me and said, "Show, I'm feeling sad, I'm I'll
Yeah,
pick
I
up my phone
know.
immediately. Do you understand? Because I
Yeah.
care about you and I want you to be okay. So don't listen to that lie of the enemy that I feel like, nobody wants to hear me
Nobody
like this
wants
thing.
to.
We want to hear. We care about you. We want to know if you are
Mhm.
doing well. And of course, this also help people around. If you keep telling people, if you have a pregnant woman around, especially physically, please pay attention to them. Thank God your
Mhm.
husband, because for some reason, like you said, you couldn't even articulate what was going on.
What was
But your
going
husband
on?
could identify that, oh, something is wrong. And I love your husband because he knew he may not be in the best position. So you called your sister. Because that's also wisdom. He called your
Yes.
sister to then, reach out to you, and that has helped, right? Wow.
Mhm.
And I mean, thank you, Timmy, for sharing this. So in a summary, how would you, describe pregnancy, motherhood? What would you say to someone who is afraid? Someone, yeah, just what would you say as as final words concerning everything, the whole journey? Yeah.
Okay. I think motherhood is beautiful. Like
Hmm.
I remember, sometimes I just look at my son and I'm just like, so it's me that born you. Like honestly, it's a beautiful journey, but it can also be exhausting.
Yeah.
So I'll say, like I always tell people, prepare your mind. Like get all the help that you can need. Like I'm not even talking
Mm-hmm.
about after, when you get into it, before you even give birth. Think about, I'll be lying face if I should say read books, because except you like reading books, because I personally, I'm
Read,
not a good
read.
person. I'm not a reading person. I'm not a reading person. But I figured out how to also at the same time help myself, even though I knew that. I mean, there are so many resources of about people, writing and all of that,
Yeah.
about motherhood journey and all of that. But because I knew that I won't get enough value from reading, I stuck to watching videos. So me and YouTube were best friends. So I'll go to YouTube and type whatever it is I'm thinking about motherhood. For instance,
Mm,
childbirth. Um,
mm,
I remember when I wanted to have my baby, and baby did not come on time, and then a lot of people were talking about the negatives of induction. And then I'm just like, does it always have to be negative? Like, I'm sure some people would have gone through it and have a positive
Experiences.
experience, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
I went to YouTube, went on TikTok, and I just kept searching, oh, positive induction story. Just to, like, at the end of the day, I knew
Mm.
that this baby that is not coming, at the end of the day, they'll probably have to do an induction for me. But so
Yeah.
I just wanted to have a positive induction, story for myself. So I mean, I
Process.
just went
Wow.
on to keep, watching those videos. So I would say always pray. Obviously, like if you're even entering the if you're entering this journey, you have to talk to
Pray.
God. And yeah. And then another thing I would say is surround yourself with positive stories. Surround you if it has to take on following somebody that is giving you so much negative energy, I'll advise you
And
to do
follow.
that. Yes. Absolutely do that. Also talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to people that that will help you through the phase. Another thing I would say is, especially if you're in the UK, you might want to find a place of worship. If you're a Christian,
Mm.
I would say that most of the help, most of the gifts I've gotten, most of the support I've gotten so far has come from
Yeah.
church. I remember not 3 or 4 or 5 people coming from church alone to visit me after childbirth. I remember them
Wow.
bringing food for me, after
Mm.
I gave birth. After I gave birth, because obviously they knew that this person is alone. She cannot add cooking and taking care
To
of her
it.
baby and taking care of herself and taking care of the house. I remember during one of they did like a small baby shower for me in church, and was something everybody kept saying in church was, it doesn't matter if your house is scattered, after you give birth. Like, it's at the end of the day, whoever comes in, I think your house is a mess, you clean it up, because honestly,
Oh.
it's already a lot. It's already a lot
Wow.
going on. Yeah, so I'd say have a place of worship. People that find your people, find your own community.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think I think it really helps. So yeah, like, it's a beautiful journey, but you have to prepare yourself. Don't be ignorant of the
Realities.
downsides, of the
Mm.
realities, of the reality
Yeah.
of this, just because you are expecting it to be beautiful and to be all rosy. So yeah, that's it.
Wow. Wow. I think honestly, I don't see, there's no how this video will not have helped anybody. There is no how. Especially because it's practical. We're not talking
Yes.
about theory. We have seen, like, this is living proof that it works. Right. So I mean, thank you, Timmy. Thank you for taking our time
Thank you
to,
for
talk
having
to us
me.
and share your journey. I'm excited for more motherhood content. I'm excited to, see you even grow into this, amazing mom and all of that. So
Thank you.
guys, remember to subscribe. If you've come this far, you've not subscribed, I don't know what is doing you at this point. I'll still put Timmy's, and either I put at the beginning or at the end, anywhere, sha. Just ensure that you also subscribe to our channel. There's a lot more in detail. This one is summary. So if you want to see in detail, she's really taking us through phase one, phase two, phase everything.
Literally.
So no,
So
yeah,
even
so
when I started, I
literally,
was wondering,
it's
will
a
people
film.
watch this thing?
It's film. Oh, you have to watch it. It's very interesting. Very interesting. And of course, remember to like, share, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye, guys.